In this video, I want to go through some of the ways that different people can gain the most from D.AI.SY. Now, I'm assuming that people know about D.AI.SY, they know about the compensation plan, they know about the company Endotech. Over here, we're not going through the compensation plan. We're going through different ways that people can really maximize what they can earn from D.AI.SY. Start off with a disclaimer that I'm not a financial advisor. I do not advise or recommend any type of investment whatsoever. Anytime you give over money, there is a risk that you might lose all that money. I only tell you what I know about any company. I might show or mention some past results. The chances are the past results are an indication to future results, but this is not guaranteed. I am not guaranteeing anything about any company or project. Anyone who wants to join the project does so at his own risk after he has examined everything himself. With any opportunity, there are risks, and nobody should deposit money that they are not prepared to lose. Financial responsibility will always remain in the hands of the customer. So let's consider what are the different ways of maximizing our opportunities with D.AI.SY. Now, when we speak about D.AI.SY, we're talking about the crowdfunding aspect. It's called D.AI.SY. The name D.AI.SY is actually used for two different things. It's used for the artificial intelligence trading algorithms that the company Endotech uses. That is called D.AI.SY. But also the crowdfunding part is also called D.AI.SY. Now, there's different steps that people need to take in order to gain the most from any type of opportunity. First of all, people need to be aware of what they can gain. Secondly, they need to find out what they need to do in order to achieve that. And thirdly, it's necessary to act as soon as possible in order to achieve those goals. D.AI.SY provides different potential for different types of people. Now, D.AI.SY is built in a way so that everyone gains. There's some people that will gain a nice amount with little or no work, but other people who are prepared to put in work, they can earn a tremendous amount from D.AI.SY if they do so in the right way. Okay, let's consider first a passive contributor, somebody who wants to buy a crowdfund pack and he wants to earn money from it, but he's not interested in doing any recruiting whatsoever. So what's his goal? His goal is to receive passive income without any work. And the method he does so is by buying a crowdfund pack. Now, there's a certain tip that if he wants to maximize what he's able to gain from this, it's best to buy the packages as soon as possible in order that he could benefit from receiving spillover in the matrices. So what can a person benefit by buying a crowdfund pack? Well, first of all, 50% of the pack, or what's paid for the pack, that goes towards trading. And the money that goes towards trading, so we receive profits, we will receive profits from the trading when the trading is successful. And the longer people leave those profits in, the more they'll earn from it by result of compounding. However, people are allowed to withdraw the profits whenever they want. However, the initial deposit, which is 50% of what's paid for the crowdfund pack, that 50% it comes back to the person when the crowdfund project is finished. In other words, when the company makes an IPO, when it becomes public, then the person will get their 50% back. Right? So that's one thing somebody can gain from buying a crowdfund pack. They get their 50%. They get 50% back at the end when the company goes public. In addition, it's possible to receive spillover 2 generations deep. In order to receive spillover for more generations, it's necessary to recruit a certain number of people. However, for somebody who doesn't want to do any recruiting whatsoever, he can still receive benefit from spillover 2 generations deep. And the amount that he will receive is 48% of what he pays for his crowdfund pack. For example, somebody who buys a crowdfund pack for $100, he'll receive back $48 when the first 2 generations get filled up. In order for the first generation to get filled up, he needs 3 people to fall in underneath him. For the next generation to fill up, he needs 9 people to join underneath him. Now, if a person gets in quickly and buys a crowdfund pack, there's a very good chance of him receiving spillover because there's a tremendous amount of people that are intending to join D.AI.SY once it launches. Right? So this this money that's possible to earn from spillover, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that person will receive spillover. However, if a person buys a crowdfund pack very early, they're more likely to receive this spillover. Okay, so it's possible for a person to receive 50% back, which is the deposit used for the trading. And if they get the first 2 generations filled up, they'll get another 48% because of the spillover. In addition to this, it's expected that people will earn money from the trading profits. How much is it possible to earn? It's difficult to say. However, past results of the trading robot has been extremely good. It's earned hundreds of percent each year, 800% a year or more. And so let's consider a possibility of a profit of 600% a year within a year, considering somebody who leaves the profits inside for compounding. So if somebody receives 600%, so then the amount that he will receive it's 600% on 50% of what he pays for the crowdfund pack, and of that trading profit, he will receive 70%, which comes out to 50% times 600% times 70%. It comes to about 210%. So we see from all of this that somebody who does not recruit anyone and they just buy the crowdfund packs, so within a year, there's a possibility of them earning 3 times what they paid for the crowdfund pack. Right? This is not guaranteed. It's dependent on the trading results. It's also dependent on receiving the right amount of spillover. However, there is a certain possibility for this. In addition, the person will receive equity from the company when the company goes public. Okay, so up to now, we've spoken about somebody who wants to be completely passive, that we see that even somebody like that is able to gain very nicely from D.AI.SY. Now let's consider a network marketer, somebody who wants to do a bit of recruiting. What are the possibilities of what he can gain? We're talking about a network marketer, let's say somebody who does not have a vast amount of money, but he's got about $250 that he's prepared to put into D.AI.SY. So somebody like that, it's possible for him to have a goal that he's prepared to put in about $250 and receive back thousands of dollars or possibly even tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, so how does he do this? So first of all, he starts off by buying a crowdfund pack for $100, and then he very quickly tries to recruit at least 6 people, and that their total funds that they pay for crowdfund packs comes to at least $2,000. Now, somebody who is very quick to buy crowdfund packs and also very quick to recruit people is more likely to earn more money. Why? Because he's able to benefit more from spillover. The sooner a person joins and recruits the right amount of people, the sooner they'll be able to benefit from spillover from their upline. Okay, so how exactly does this work? So it works like this. A person buys a crowdfund pack for $100 and they recruit, let's say, between 6 and 10 people as quickly as possible. So to begin with, they don't have enough people to earn from the 3rd generation and onwards, but they would earn from spillover that falls in the 1st and 2nd generation. So that amount of money for a $100 pack comes to $48. So then they spent $100 and now they've got another $48. So they can use their earnings together with other money that they've got in order to buy a $200 pack. Right? They just need to add in an extra $152 and then they buy the $200 pack. Now, if they've already recruited 6 people who have a combined expenditure on the crowdfund funds of at least $2,000, so then when they buy the $200 pack, so when they start to get spillover, they can earn from spillover not just the first 2 generations, but also the 3rd and 4th generation, and it's possible to earn from the first to 4th generations. It's possible to earn up to $744 from spillover or from people that they bring in. But if they're able to fill up their matrices for the first 4 generations, then they'll get $744. So because they're also bringing in people themselves, so some of the people that they will bring in will also bring in other people. So in that way, their matrices will be filled up by the people that they are bringing in, the people that are brought in by people who are directly underneath them, and then those people could bring in other people, and also they could fill up their matrices with spillover. So there is a fair chance that they could fill up to 4 generations deep. And then from that, they would earn $744. Of course, none of this is guaranteed, but there is the possibility of it. Now, if they earn $744, then they can take from that $400 and then buy the next crowdfund pack. And because they've already got 6 people that they join directly, so with that pack as well, they can benefit from 4 generations deep. So they've got the potential to earn $1,488. And then once they've earned money from that crowdfund pack, so then they can take from that money and buy the next crowdfund pack for $800. And then with the $800 pack, they can also benefit 4 generations deep, and they could earn up to nearly $3,000. And then they buy the next crowdfund pack for $1,600. So the whole time they're buying more and more crowdfund packs, but at the same time, some of the profit they're taking out for themselves. Right? So if they go on with this, let's say to the 7th level, let's not go all the way to the 10th level. Let's consider that they go to the 7th level, and each time they're buying a more and more expensive pack. They come to the 7th level, and each time people that they've joined underneath them are also doing something similar. Maybe not all 6 of the people, but maybe let's say 3 of the people underneath them are also doing something similar. So then the people underneath them will also be buying more and more expensive crowdfund packs. In addition, they could be receiving spillover from people above them when they buy the more expensive crowdfund packs. So in this way, if it were to work out that with all of the 7 crowdfund packs, they managed to fill it up just up to 4 generations, right? So then there's the possibility of them earning a total of $34,220 just from the matrices. Now we're just talking about the 4% or 3% that's earned from the matrices. Now there's other money that people can earn from trading and other things, and also whenever you bring somebody in, you get 5% of what they pay you for crowdfund pack. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the 4 or 3% that you get when somebody falls in your matrix. Either you put them in, or they're from somebody who's underneath you, and that they brought them in, or you receive them as a spillover. When your matrix gets filled up, then you can earn this money. So up to the 7th pack, 7th crowdfund pack, and up to 4 generations deep in each one of these crowdfund packs, it's possible to earn more than $34,000. And if a person recruits more people, and then they're able to benefit from more generations than just the first 4, then of course it's possible to earn more money. Now these type of situations, they don't always work out completely in an ideal way. Matrices that don't always get filled up completely, and it's quite possible that Hero also, even though we're just talking about 4 generations, it's still a lot of people, and it's a good chance that it would not be filled up completely. Right? However, even if it's not filled up completely, it's possible. Let's say if it's 10% of what we're talking about here, then we're talking about somebody earning more than $3,000. It means we're talking about somebody putting in just over $250, and they end up getting back after the year. They get back, or even less than a year, they get back more than $3,000, which is a tremendous amount. And even if it's less than that, it's still a nice amount to earn. So we see from here that if a network marketer, he sets for himself a goal that he's going to make sure that as quickly as possible, he's going to recruit at least 6 people who will have a combined fund of at least $2,000. So then it gives him the ability to benefit from 4 generations in the matrices, and that helps him to receive enough income in order to buy the more expensive crowdfund packs and benefit even more. So up until now, we've spoken to somebody who wants to be completely passive, and somebody who is a network marketer who's able to bring in a number of people, but not a very large number of people. Now let's consider somebody who's a very strong network marketer, somebody who you'd call a leader, right? So somebody like that, he would have a goal that he wants to receive a large residual income over here. And the way he'd do it is by working extremely hard, recruiting and team building, especially within the first 30 days. And he'll benefit a lot if he's able to recruit 3 strong network marketers who he can put in his first level underneath him in the matrix, the first 3 positions, if they're 3 strong network marketers. So then that will help him in building up his matrix. And we see from the table over here that the more direct recruits that you have, providing they have a total payment for the crowd funds of a certain amount, then you're able to benefit from more generations deep in the matrices. In order to benefit from the 3rd generation, you need 3 people directly underneath you with a combined payment of crowd funds of $1,000. Benefit from the 4th generation, you need 6. 5th generation, 9. 6th, 12, and so on. And it goes up to the 10th generation in order to benefit from all 10 generations in the matrices. So then you need to have 24 people. And the combined expenditure of these people should be at least $128,000. Now, in order for a person to benefit from all these different generations, a person needs to work quite quickly. Because let's consider what would happen if somebody he joins D.AI.SY and he's not so quick to join the 3 people. So then what could happen? He could start getting spillover. Let's say he's got the $100 pack, maybe the $200 pack and the $400 pack. If he starts getting spillover quickly, so it could come out that his 1st generation would fill up, then his 2nd generation, and then his 3rd generation might fill up before he has 3 people. If that happens, he misses out on getting the 3% of each person of what they pay for the crowdfund pack in his 3rd generation, right? And so if afterwards he then joins 3 people, he's missed that 3rd generation. He's too late. Right? Nobody gets that 3%. So then he tries to catch up, and he tries now to bring in another 3 people so that he's got 6. But by the time he's got 6, it could be that his 4th generation is already filled up, and then he's missed that generation as well. And so that's why with this compensation plan, it's very important for people to bring in as many people directly underneath them as soon as possible in order that they can benefit from the different generations filling up in their matrices as soon as possible. And people should be aware that there's a lot of people ready to join D.AI.SY, an incredible amount of people. And therefore it's possible for these matrices to fill up very, very quickly. And if a person isn't ready to join people directly underneath them straight away, they can miss out on a lot of bonuses. Right? So somebody who's a leader who wants to have a very large residual income, so what he will try to do is to make sure to have as many people joining underneath him as soon as possible. A good goal that a leader could set for himself is to try to recruit at least 15 people with a total fund of at least $16,000, and then they can benefit up to 7 generations deep in the matrices. Right? And if they do that within the first 30 days, so then they'll get a bonus that the 8th generation will be unlocked for them. And so if a person does that, they'll be able to benefit from 8 generations in the matrices. And then if they don't get so much spillover straight away, over the course of time, they'll get more and more spillover, and they'll benefit more and more. And also people that they bring in will also fill up their matrices. Right? So if a person can benefit from the matrices 8 generations deep, there's a tremendous amount of money that can be earned from that. So the way that a person needs to do this is to work extremely hard at recruiting right at the beginning in order to unlock as many levels of the matrices as possible. And the more levels that are unlocked in the first 30 days, so then by the end of the 30 days, you'll get an extra level unlocked. And in order for a person to benefit from the matrix filling up, so then a leader would encourage people in his team to also recruit people. So in that way, the matrix would fill up very well. Right? And the more packs, the more crowdfund packs that a person buys, so then he'll be able to benefit from more and more matrices. And if it's possible, if he's able to buy up to the 7th matrix, so then there's a tremendous amount of money that can be earned if a person has the first 7 matrices, if they have a place in the first 7 matrices, and they're able to earn at least up to 7 generations in those in all those 7 matrices. Okay, so as we mentioned, the more direct referrals a person has, the more he'll be able to benefit from more generations in the matrices. But in addition to that, the more direct referrals he has, it will also open up his ability to benefit from more generations deep for people underneath him with the trading. Over here, it doesn't go according to the matrices. Over here, the different levels goes according to who he brings underneath him, and then that person brings in other people, and then that second generations brings in other people. It's a different structure to the matrices. However, the requirements in order to benefit from many generations deep, to get 1% from the trading many generations deep, is the same requirements as the matrices. In other words, in order to get 1% of all the people who are 3 generations deep underneath you from their trading, so then you need to have at least 3 people, and for the 4th generation, at least 6 people, and so on. So if somebody's a leader and he wants to have a very nice passive income, so if he joins a number of people underneath him, and then it will open up to him more generations in the matrices and more generations in the trading bonuses. And in that way, it can build up a very nice passive income. Okay, so we've spoken about a leader. Now we're going to speak about somebody that I would call a super leader, right? Somebody who really wants to go all in and really, he's going to spend the first month, really, really having a very, very good go at this in order to get a fantastic income. So D.AI.SY gives an amazing opportunity for somebody like that. D.AI.SY gives the opportunity for somebody who's prepared to really work hard, that he'll be able to receive 1.1% profit share of all global crowdfund packs. That means that this person has the potential to receive a profit share in 1.1% of all crowdfund packs that are bought, that anybody buys, not just people in his matrix, not just people underneath him, anybody in the whole D.AI.SY system, crowdfunding system, he will get a profit share in 1.1%. And what does he have to do in order to get that 1.1%? So within 30 days, he needs to unlock level 10. He needs to bring in at least 24 people, and that they should pay a total combined amount of at least $128,000. If he does that within 30 days, then he will receive a profit share of 1.1% of everybody's crowdfund pack that's bought. If he does it within 20 days, so immediately after 20 days, he'll get it. He doesn't have to wait to the 30 days. So here is a tremendous opportunity for somebody who really wants to earn a lot of money from D.AI.SY. They can get a profit share of 1.1% of every crowdfund pack, right? In order to do that, it's necessary to recruit at least 24 people and a total fund of at least 128,000 people. And of course, somebody like this, it's best for him to buy as many packs as possible, to enter into as many matrices as possible, in order not to miss out on spillover. Because if somebody starts off in the $100 or $200 or $400 matrix, and their upline is joining people who are buying more expensive matrices, more expensive crowdfund packs, so then he won't receive those people as spillover, because he hasn't bought one of those crowdfund packs. So those people will go to spillover to someone else. But if he's quick to buy even these more expensive crowdfund packs, so then he'll get those people as spillover. Right? So there's a tremendous potential to earn a lot of money for somebody who's ready to go all in for 30 days and earn a lot of money. But that's not all. D.AI.SY gives people the ability to become what I would call a mega leader. This is somebody who's really, either he's got very good connections, or he's really going to work phenomenally. If a person within the first 30 days, he's able to reach a total sum of payment of crowdfund packs of $1 million from all the people in his team, so then he will get the infinity bonus for crowdfund packs and for trading. So for crowdfund packs, that means he'll get a 1% on on everybody who's underneath him. That means if he's brought in somebody, and then they bring in somebody, and then that person brings in somebody, and then it's all people that originally started from him bringing in somebody. So he will receive 1% on all those crowdfund packs up to infinity, right? And unless it reaches another person who's received an infinity bonus. So then in that case, he'll also get a matching 1%. But then when it reaches a second person who has reached the infinity bonus, so then he'll only get 50%, right? So this is another opportunity for him to earn 1% on all crowdfund packs that are bought. But in addition, he will receive 1% on all the trading as well. It's not just the crowdfund. It's also on the trading that he'll receive 1% of people who are in his team. No matter how many levels deep underneath him, he will receive 1% of what they withdraw from the trading. Right? And this works in a similar way that it carries on until infinity, unless if there's somebody who also has the infinity bonus, then he'll get a matching 1% for people underneath that person. But then when it reaches a second person, then he'll only get 50%. Right. So this is another very, very big bonus that's possible for people to receive. So I've spoken here about different possibilities, about different people who are prepared to put in different amounts of effort and to gain all different ways from dazing. There's a number of bonuses that I haven't mentioned here. I haven't mentioned about the matching bonus and some other things. Now, no matter what your goals are, what you intend to achieve, what you want to gain from Daisy, I wish you much success. There's tremendous potential here. There's a lot of money for people to earn here, and there's a lot of people joining this. There's going to be a phenomenal amount of spillover, and the people that take advantage of this opportunity will I've got no doubt will be able to gain tremendously over here. So, as I say, whatever your goals are, whatever you want to gain from Daisy, I wish you much success.